of the CWF, a person who made a name in this area, a person down in Montgomery, Alabama, that was much mayor there, a man that in the state of Alabama means as much as a governor. I'm talking about Burhead Jones. But old man, you listen to the new legend. You listen to the new man, the new boss of wrestling, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. I've seen him come, I've seen him go, and old man, you're just another, you're nothing to me.
Wait a minute.
Look at him. He's nothing.
Oh. No, stop it. Wait a minute. Stop. This is...
Now, wait a minute. They're going to pile drive Burhead Jones. This man, he's retired from the ring. He hasn't wrestled in years.
Oh, my gosh.
Welcome to the Continental Wrestling Federation. Today, we'll see action from Detroit Demolition, the D.I. Bob Carter, and Private Pile. Also, Lord Humongous and Shane Douglas are scheduled to defend their CWF Tag Team title against the Samoan Warriors. We'll see the Dirty White Boy in action. A tag team match featuring Nightmare Freddy and Nightmare Ken Wayne. Then a big match with action from Nightmare Danny Davis. All this and more today on the Continental Wrestling Federation. Now we go ringside with Charlie Platt and Joe Pedicino.
Well, hello everybody. Charlie Platt along with Joe Pedicino and Ron West. Welcome back to the CWF from the Birmingham, Alabama Fairground Arena.
Charlie, we have 60 minutes of exciting CWF action coming your way. And the next hour, some of the most exciting and top wrestling stars in the country today, right here in the CWF. Ron West here to tell us about some very special things going on.
This guy is acting like it's Christmas afternoon and he's already opened his Christmas present.
Hey, I'm happy. The road is Birmingham is coming down. The date has been set now. It's going to be Monday night, October the 3rd. Let me tell you why it's changed. We had some people like Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, Paul E. They went out. They had all these contracts changed around. They knew these people, these top contenders, wasn't able to be here. So we changed that date. On that date, we're going to have such people here as a person by the bad to the bone, the Bullet.
All right.
He's in the road to Birmingham, top 10.
And now, wait a minute. I have heard a rumor. Charlie and I were talking about it before the cameras went on. We understand that there will be a special referee for the final match in the road to Birmingham in which the CWF champion will be named. Can you tell us who that is? Can you confirm it?
Well, I'm happy to say, everybody talks about legends and all this stuff. A legend in the Birmingham area is the original Tennessee stud, Ron Fuller.
And Ron Fuller will be the special referee.
That's right. I'm so happy. I know we can't wait to get these matches started, but I will be back before this hour is over for a special announcement.
Okay.
Well, a special announcement.
I see Ron West is happy, and then again, he is still perturbed over last week's events and the weeks before that with Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and Paulie Dangerously. A lot of great action coming away in the next hour on the CWF. Let's go to the ring for our first match of the day. Making his way to ringside, the D.I. Bob Carter and, of course, Private Pile standing at attention. But in the ring, it is Detroit Demolition.
Charlie, tell him! Look at this! Look at this fantastic wrestling maneuver by Detroit Demolition!
I see nothing whatsoever as far as wrestling is. I know the definition.
Now brawling to me, Charlie Platt. And right now we're seeing this big monster of a man in the ring.
Look at that! Look at that beautiful! That's music! That's music! Look at him playing chin music! Oh!
Charlie, do you notice the new look of the D.I. and Private Pile with the camouflage and the...
Tell him that we're retiring the drill instructor's hat! It's combat time! Tell him, Timo! Do him, Timo!
Whoa! Man is absolutely livid out here.
Yes, he is.
About enough!
Out goes
Now, Demolition going out after
executed perfectly. How about that?
Good
The kid
forearm,
wearing
but
his face out on his forearm.
and the boot to the midsection by Detroit Demolition right here on the floor. And the State Fairgrounds Arena, Birmingham, Alabama, back into the ring is hurdled Turbo Ted.
Turbo Ted jumped with like a lion. He just leaped into the ring.
Well, I think he had a little bit of help, Charlie.
Oh, look at that. He's knocking the snot out of him. It's beautiful. Oh, look at this. He's hooked up. He's cleaning his house. Oh, say goodnight, Irene. It's all over,
Charlie,
Turbo
that should do
Ted.
it.
Tell me about it.
There's your 3 count.
Vicious.
For that pile driver.
You can count to 21 with this one. It's over like basketball. 21, it's over.
Vicious maneuver, and your winner with a hand raised is Detroit Demolition. I tell you what, I want to talk to this honor guard, and right now I'd like to remind you the CWF is on tour. Take a look. We might be in your area soon.
Look for the red-hot action of the Continental Wrestling Federation's Super Summer Sizzler 88 to be in a town near you soon. Coming Saturday, August 20th to Dothan to the Houston County Farm Center. Match time is 8 o'clock. Also, Sunday, August 21st in Gadsden at the Gadsden Coliseum. Bell time is 7 o'clock. Then Monday, August 22nd in Birmingham at the State Fair Arena. Bell time is 8 o'clock. And Tuesday, August 23rd in Florence at the Lauderdale County Coliseum. Match time is 8 o'clock. Thursday, August 25th in Utah at the high school. Match time is 8 o'clock. Then Friday, August 26th in Sturgis, Mississippi at the high school. Bell time is 8 o'clock. That's the Continental Wrestling Federation's Super Summer Sizzler 88 as the road to Birmingham continues. And remember, if you'd like to see the Continental Wrestling Federation in your town, call 1-205-979-7463.
A lot is taking place tag team action-wise in the CWF in the thick of things. The Honor Guards. We're talking about Detroit Demolition, Private Pile, and the DI. And a few questions for you. What is taking place? First of all, tag team competition. You've got Jungle Wars. You've got the CWF tag titles holders. And who is fighting who?
It doesn't matter who's fighting who. It happened in 1983 when people didn't know who their friends were. I'm talking about Beirut. Well, baby, the CWF is World War III. We're talking about Coconut and Sicko, the Samoans. We're talking about Sissy Douglas and his masked friend, Humongous. And then you're talking about the real men, the combat veterans. That's the Detroit Demolition, the DI, and I'm even going to promote Pyle here out of boot camp because it's coming down. CWF, take note, take charge, because when we come to the ring, it's going to be pain, agony, and time for destruction. And it doesn't matter who it is. We want our titles back for the heck of it. And we want Samoan's blood for the fun of it. Because we just like it that way. Demolition, tell them. It's not going to be a wrestling match. It's going to be a fight. Goodbye.
There you have your honor guard of Private Pile, Detroit Demolition, and the DI, Bob Cutter. More action coming up on the CWF. Stay with us. The CWF returns to the great state of Tennessee on Thursday, the 22nd, Athens, Tennessee, at the Tennessee Wesleyan College, 7:30. The 24th in Crossville, Tennessee, Cumberland County High School match time there will be 8 o'clock. The big lineup, of course, in Knoxville at the Knoxville Civic Coliseum on Friday. The 23rd match time is 8 o'clock. Great stars like Dirty Dutch Mantell, Rick Hazard, classic tag team action, the Southern Boys against Johnny and Davey Rich. You'll see Nightmare Freddy against Mr. Olympian, special stipulation, special event, U.S. Junior Heavyweight title. Danny Davis takes on, of course, Ken Wayne, his former partner. Return grudge match, Dirty White Boy against Dr. Tom Pritchard. $25,000 Golden Challenge revenge match, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert with Paulie Dangerously takes on Willie B. Hurt. CWF Tag Team Championship on the line. Lord Humongous and Shane Douglas, they'll be seconded by Missy Hyatt as they go against the Samoan Warrior Sika and Coquina, of course, managed by Mr. Martin. Grudge six-man tag team battle. Detroit Demolition, the DI and Private Pile against Doug Furnace, the Bullet, and Bam Bam Bigelow, plus a grab for the green match we'll tell you about later. That's in Knoxville the 23rd.
When it's my eyes, I don't compromise.
Eye Exam 2000, one of the most thorough eye exams available. Independent doctors of optometry using state-of-the-art equipment give you every check and test necessary for thorough, accurate prescriptions. Eye Exam 2000, now that's thorough.
Eye Exam 2000 next to LensCrafters, Easttown Mall, and now in Westtown Mall next to Penny's. Open Sundays.
Oh, I'd rather be at the beach. But I can't be at the beach, so I brought the beach here. The beach is nice this time of the year, but it's even nicer at Lindsay Ward, where we're having the biggest beach sale in the history of Tennessee. It's just burning our competitors up. Surf's up, prices are down. Come in and register to win over $1,000 in prizes. Free sunglasses, frisbees, and beach balls.
Lindsay Ward, the electronics store, Kingston Pike near Walker Springs.
Hello, I'm Sam Brown. If you're still looking for your true love, then... So come on out and help the March of...
Fair is back and better than ever, featuring more than 100 exciting exhibits, a children's fashion show by Prophets, fingerprinting by the Knoxville Police, special appearances by Slim Goodbody, the USA Championship Wrestlers, and the KJs, and performances by the Knoxville Children's Show Choir. All this and more, free from TV6 and Fort Sanders. The Parenting Fair, something for every parent and children too. Coming to the Knoxville Convention and Exhibition Center, August 27th and 28th.
First of all, you might find this unusual, but I want to thank Eddie Gilbert for coming out here one-on-one with me without Paul dangerously fogging the issue.
Paul's back there fixing all of his hair right now.
All right. Well, your despicable acts of the last few weeks are not going unnoticed. I assure you of that.
I haven't got anything up my sleeve this week. I don't have sleeves on, see, Charlie?
What I do want to talk to you about, I think, ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever picked up a wrestling magazine in any supermarket and seen Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, I think it's no secret to the wrestling world about your relationship with Missy Hyatt, the fact that Missy is your wife. And I want to ask you this.
We had to come over here and talk about her.
Yeah, the question I want to field to you is, after last week's Missy Manor, what are your feelings about Alan Martin in front of national television and the people in the arena kissing your wife? And it looked to me, and I know for a fact, Missy did not like that at all.
Well, big deal. I'm sorry, Charlie. Big deal.
Big deal.
I had a funny feeling you were going to ask me about this, but I don't really care. Because, see, Alan Martin is my personal friend. I like seeking cocaine. What do you want me? I know what you probably want me to do. You want me to get mad at Alan Martin, seeking cocaine, go back and pop them in the head for just coming out here and kissing Missy? Every red-blooded human being on the face of this earth would love to kiss Missy Hyatt. I don't blame Alan Martin.
The point here is that I don't think Missy liked it. I'd like to go back a week, if we could, and take a look at the situation in which Alan Martin was in the middle of Missy Manor, and this is what took place.
I'm Missy Hyatt, and this is Missy's Manor. And I would like to introduce my guest, Alan Martin, or should I say Mr. Alan Martin. Okay, there's a few things I'd like to find out. I heard that someone in your family died, left you a lot of money, and you're carrying it around in this briefcase. Aren't you scared that, someone might take this money?
No, not really, Miss. Look, I've got two of the biggest men. They're going to take care of me and my money as long as I got it. That's why I don't mind turning it around. Look at them. They're big and huge and bad, and they'll do anything that I ask them to help me and what I say to them.
So are you saying that really somebody died and you're really carrying this around? I mean, that's not too smart.
Yeah, Uncle Elmer's died.
Uncle Elmer?
Yes, God rest his soul.
Oh. Okay, well, thank you very much. I'm glad we got to clear that up.
Wait.
What?
I want to do something that I've always wanted to do. Grab her, guys. Come here, baby.
As the people at home viewed that, and you go over in your mind, this again, we're dealing with your wife, a man that she obviously has no use for, and two, shall we say, monsters holding her to be kissed by this guy that she don't care.
They are just like pussycats when you get to know Sika and Coquina. They're great friends of mine. Alan Martin is a great friend of mine. I told Missy, don't mess with this TV. Don't do a segment. Stay home. Cook the meals. Be my wife. That's fine.
Eddie, I don't understand this. I don't understand why you won't help me. I don't understand
Look,
this.
I've got my business to do. You want to do a segment? You do your business, lady. You're mine, but I got a lot of stuff I got to do, a lot more legends to take care of. It's your segment, but that's your baby, okay?
Well, Eddie, I just want to let you know I do love you, but as far as I'm concerned, if you're not going to help me, if I have to pay somebody or whatever I have to do, I'll get rid of Alan Martin. I'll take care of him.
All right.
That's enough said. I think that is enough said in that particular issue, and it's kind of, I don't know how to describe the situation that Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, his attitude he's taking toward his very own wife. And we'll follow that situation. Right now, bringing in a fellow you're certainly familiar with, it's the founder and president of the King's Ranch for boys and girls throughout the state of Alabama. Last week he came out with big news. There are now 20 homes for these great kids throughout the state of Alabama. He's the man that raises the funds. He's the man that oversees this operation. It's a very worthwhile cause. Tom Owens, welcome back.
Thank you, Charlie. It's good to be back. I enjoy as I travel around the state and the Southeast speaking. It's always a pleasure to greet the fans and to be able to say hello personally as well as here on television. But you know, I really do appreciate the support of all the fans and all the different people that make what we do personally possible, because without their support, we would not be able to provide a home for several hundred boys and girls each year. So again, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you to you for supporting the boys and girls at the King's Ranches. And again, our address is simply the King's Ranch, Chelsea, Alabama, 35043. Your support is needed and much appreciated, and your support changes a life.
Very much so, Tom. One other thing I want to say, that if you're a member of, say, the Lions Club, Kiwanis Club, any civic organization and need a special program, a special speaker, here's a good fella. You can write or call that very same address that Tom just mentioned and get in touch with Tom Owens, because he is a great speaker, and it will be very much worth your while to get in touch with Tom Owens, president and founder of the King's Ranch. More on the CWF in just a moment. Is the Continental Wrestling Federation back in the state of Tennessee? Thursday the 22nd, Athens, Tennessee, the Tennessee Wesleyan College at 7:30. Saturday the 24th, Crossville, Tennessee, at the Cumberland County High School. Match time there is 8 o'clock. The 23rd's the big one in K-Town at the Knoxville Civic Coliseum. Match time is 8 o'clock. Some of the great lineup will be, of course, a special event, U.S. Junior Heavyweight Championship match. Nightmare Ken Wayne against Danny Davis. $25,000 Golden Challenge Revenge match. We're talking Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert against Willie B. Hurt. Return Grudge, the Dr. Tom Pritchard against the Dirty White Boy. CWF Tag Team Championship match, a Grudge six-man tag team battle, and that main event will be Grab for the Green, Danny Davis. Each man puts up $1,000. CWF puts up $10,000.
That's exactly right. Knoxville, Tennessee, the CWF is coming home, baby. Dr. Tom and Nightmare Danny Davis. You know, everybody knows what kind of backfighter Ken Wayne turned out to be. Yeah, you've all been informed, because the last time you saw Ken and myself as a team, we were right down the middle, right up front, right square with you, Knoxville, Tennessee. Well, Ken Wayne has turned his back on me, but more so, he's turned his back on you, Knoxville, Tennessee. Well, brother, I'm there, and I'm going to set it straight for all my friends in Knoxville. It seems like the talk around Tennessee is the Continental Wrestling Federation, old and new, is coming back to town. And whether it is Grab for the Green, which makes me very happy, because $1,000 of my money, And $1,000 of your money, dirty white boy, is going to count for it, too. And in Knoxville, Tennessee, we're going to blow the lid right off the Coliseum.
Dr. Tom Pritchard right now, one of Tennessee's favorite sons, Doug Furnace, and the Bullet coming in. What a big tag match you've got, and what a partner.
Let me tell you, when you get a chance to wrestle with somebody like Bam Bam Bigelow and the Bullet, two of the biggest names in professional wrestling, brother, you want to do the best you can do. And I'll guarantee you guys, Demolition, D.I., Goofy Pile, you come on out that night, brother, and you're going to have all you can handle because I got the best there is on my side.
Well, and I feel good, too, because the strongest man in the world on your right, Bam Bam Bigelow, how many arms and legs going to be in that ring, kicking, biting, and scratching to get it done, try to eliminate somebody so they won't be able to come back for the grab for the green, because I can climb a pole, brother. Some people think I'm half chimpanzee, and they may be right, because with that much money on top of that pole, I can climb it, grease it, or not. Thank you, Doug. Good to see you. Bam Bam Bigelow.
Great to be back, brother.
Knoxville.
Whew. K-Town, look out. The CWF is on the way back. It's going to be Friday night, September 23rd at the Knoxville Civic Coliseum, headlined by that grab for the green, $33,000 at stake in that main event. It's all coming down as the Continental Wrestling Federation returns to Knoxville, Tennessee. Bam Bam Bigelow, Doug Furnace, the Bullet is tag team partners. What a lineup. All taking place at 23rd Civic Coliseum in Knoxville, Tennessee. You be there.
Meet me at Lion, and we'll shot the night away. Meet me at Lion, and we'll save more every day. Well, there's oh so much to show you. If you meet me there, you'll be there. Meet me at Food Lion.
Well, when I tell people that I work at a dating service, they typically have a lot of questions. And one of them always is, does that really work? That one never fails to take me by surprise. Matchmaker International has been in business since 1974. Thousands of people have gone through our program, and most of them are happily involved in dating. I mean, a great number of the marriages that you read about in the paper are our couples. So when I'm asked if it really works, the answer is always a resounding yes. Yes, it definitely works.
Charmin's Living Colors. What a perfect match.
Charmin says colors that match. That's what you'll find. New seafoam green. Colors so fine. New English rose.
We like those.
New sunburst peach. The matching shows. So if you'd like to match your towels and tiles with the perfect match for your bath and your style, you'll love Charmin's New Living Colors. The perfect match.
Hey, Vern, you thinking about going to Steinberg's for a new TV, VCR, stereo, washer, or refrigerator? Steinberg's is worth the drive to Walker Springs Plaza, know what I mean? Now, let me figure this up for you. Okay, Vern drives 18 miles down Kingston Pike to Walker Springs Plaza, 20 cents a mile. It's government standard. Divided by the lowest prices guaranteed in writing. Carry the 1 minus the frustration factor equals. Vern, you're going to save $53,000 on a $400 TV. I don't see how them boys at Steinberg's stay in business. Know what I mean?
All right, in the ring, we have the Sika and Kokina, the Samoan Warriors. And, Shane?
Charlie, I need a little time. That's all I'm asking for is just a little bit of time. I know there's no such thing as timeout in professional wrestling, but Lord Humongous was supposed to fly in earlier today. Apparently his flight was delayed. He's not here. I don't know where he is. I need a little bit of time.
We've seen problems as far as making connections recently.
I need a little bit of time.
I know this thing was signed CWF Tag Team Championship. Now, I'm telling you, I'm saying don't go in and wrestle, but you know the rules, the way the contract was signed. I'm not saying I know all these people. The wrestlers in the dress room wouldn't ask for you to go in the ring.
Mr. West, I know that, but I need my time. My mother didn't raise no fool, and I'm not going in the ring with monsters like these guys on my own.
I've made statements before. The TV time is rolling. We cannot stop. The contract.
Mr. West, but let me tell you, if you need a match out here, you better have a stretcher ready or be ready to raise my hand, because you're either going to raise my hand as it's still a champion after this match, you're going to drag me out of there because they'll have to tear my heart out before I give these belts away.
Wait a minute, Shane. Think about what you're doing, man. Wait a minute. You think about what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing. I'm not giving these belts
I know
away
you're
for
proud.
nothing. I know these people right here.
Whoa.
And I've worked too hard for them, and I know Humongous wouldn't give them up.
What you're going against.
Charlie, he can't go in the
have
ring
any time.
against both of those
I
guys.
can't. I've thought about it. I'm not giving them up. I can't do it. That's what's going to have to take place.
All right. It's
Charlie Platt, this could be the closest we'll ever see on television of legalized murder. These two men, I mean, Shane Douglas is a tremendous athlete. He's got the heart of a lion.
Bell
But
sounds.
look at what he's going up against. He's going up against one of the top tag teams in the world today.
We're talking about Sika and Coquina, the Samoans, now under the management and ownership, shall we say, of Mr. Alan Martin, who, I got to hand it to Alan Martin. He's got control of these guys.
Well, right now he's got control of the next tag team champions of the CWF.
Certainly a concern, Shane Douglas, as he goes into this situation.
I mean, Charlie, I know I'm very much afraid for Shane Douglas. He's got a heart. He's a tremendous athlete. Right now, the adrenaline is flowing. But he's up against two of the biggest monsters, and that's the word that I want to use, monsters.
He is a great athlete, Joe Pedicino, and I would never take anything away from Shane Douglas. But the inexperience, maybe the idea right now of salvaging the titles possibly by going up against these two, what good is a hero? I mean, I don't know what I want to say about this situation. It's dangerous.
I mean, we have seen situations before where one man has defended a title, a tag title, but it was usually against people their own size or, you know.
Good drop kick by Shane Douglas. Takes.
Well, maybe we spoke too soon, Charlie.
Takes Sika, the Samoan Warrior, down with a drop kick. Right now, he's dodging those two.
Shane Douglas giving a very good showing, but now look at this. Both men in the ring.
One has got to get out.
The referee has got to get one of these men out of the ring.
They're both. Two bulls collide in the center of the ring. Shane Douglas drop kick. Coquina goes down. Shane Douglas drop kick. Sika goes down. Hard right. Catches. Look at this.
He's holding off both men. This is what it's going to take. Alan Martin very upset. I think he thought he would have the titles in his hands by now.
Look at the intensity in Shane Douglas pacing around that ring.
Now, wait a minute. Look at this.
Wait a minute.
Demolition, the DI and Private Pile have come to ringside, and Demolition is attacked. What is going on,
They
Charlie?
have no business. He takes him, into the turnbuckle. Into the turnbuckle goes Shane Douglas.
On one side of the ring, the DI and Private Pile are keeping the Samoans and the referee busy, while on this side of the ring, Demolition has destroyed Shane Douglas, tossed him head first into the turnbuckle.
A gash has been opened at the head of that metal post. Ronnie West is out here. He is warning these guys they've got to get out of here. And man, no. Double headbutt on Shane Douglas.
Ronnie West is chasing the DI, Demolition, and Pile back out of the ring. In the meantime, in the ring, the Samoans are absolutely destroying Shane Douglas. The referee has been knocked down.
And they're doing everything Alan Martin says. Headbutts is what he was calling for, and they pay very close attention.
Charlie, they could have beaten Shane Douglas at any point now.
Why don't you let them pin him? Alan Martin seems to be getting a lot of it. Hey!
Alan Martin!
Pin the man. Pin the man. This is disgusting.
Something's going to have to happen here. Alan Martin is now telling him to choke. They are literally beating Shane Douglas.
Oh, man. There again.
Now he's telling him to headbutt.
Shane Douglas. Oh, big gash over his head, and it went wider that time.
This match should be over, Charlie Platt. This is not a match. We shouldn't even call this a match anymore.
Randy Anderson does not have control. He is over against that turnbuckle. Man alive.
Look at Alan Martin and how happy Alan Martin is.
Why don't he let them pin him and get... Oh. Pin the man.
Come here.
Pin him.
Pin him. Pin him.
Pin him. Yeah, no, you're crazy.
Look at these down there. One is choking him while the other one is beating him in the head.
And the enjoyment... Oh, this is disgusting. The enjoyment.
Alan Martin just knocked the referee back down.
What is Shane Douglas trying to get over to our corner? There's nothing.
Shane Douglas coming over. I think he's going after the belt. He said they would have to carry him out of here before he would give up the belt.
I don't... Wait a minute.
Coming in from the back of the arena.
Here he comes, back in hand. Off mask on.
He doesn't have his mask. He's in street clothes, but he is taking charge.
The big men are rocking and reeling now. Again, a chop by Lord Humongous. Puts Big Coquina on the mat. What? He comes out of the front of the building.
Right now, the Samoans are now beginning to take charge on Humongous. It looks like we're going to see Tom Pritchard has come to the ring. He's got the mask. He brought the hockey mask. Lord Humongous is putting on the hockey mask. And now it's time. Now,
Lord Humongous in the center of the ring. Lord in control. Coquina gets it. Now, headbutt on Sika, the wild Samoan.
Lord Humongous is standing tall.
Wait a minute.
In the middle of the ring.
Here
comes the DI. Here comes Demo.
It's breaking loose. We have good. How many do we have in that ring right now?
Charlie, sides are being taken. People are going to have to stand right now.
Alan Martin got it. Humongous got a hold of Alan Martin.
Shane Douglas over in the corner, lying, bleeding, not able to get involved. But in the ring, we've got the Samoans. We've got Lord Humongous. We've got Tom Pritchard. We've got the DI. We've got Detroit Demolition. We've got Private Pile. It's a tag team battle royal.
Look at this. What is happening?
All right, here comes Ron West. Now, wait a minute.
West has stepped in the ring.
The Samoans are out on one side.
Detroit Demolition, the DI, and Private Pile all grouped in one area. Then,
and look at them looking at one another. You don't know who's going to attack the other.
The Samoan Warriors are grouped in another corner.
Charlie, in all of my years in watching and being involved in wrestling, I don't recall ever seeing a situation as volatile as the one we are living in, even as we speak.
All right, it is as you said, a powder keg. I think we have got some kind of order restored. Wait a minute. Humongous goes after the Alan Martin and the Samoans right now. I tell you what, let's get out of this thing as it kind of maybe cools off somewhat. Ron West getting some kind of order restored, maybe getting these folks moved around a little bit, and let's see if we can get Shane Douglas out of the ring. We'll be back with more of the CWF after you watch this.
Stand by for some great hit music.
Lord have mercy, baby's got her blue jeans on. It's a cheating situation.
It's Country Stars 2. 62 super hits on 3 LPs, 3 cassettes, or 3 8-tracks, only $19.95.
Big city turned me loose. He stopped loving.
From 40 years of recorded music.
I'm going back.
62 full-length hits.
Hello, darling.
Performed by America's biggest stars.
But these rose-colored glasses in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. You're my sweet one, my darling Julie Blunt. Blue eyes crying in the rain. The last cheater's warm. Does my ring hurt your finger? After long in the hot afternoon, or a minute there. Why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold heart? Daddy sang bass.
Mama sang tenor.
Neil and a brother would join right in there. And it's all over but the crying. I love the girl in Saginaw, Michigan. Soon the days of sand and shovels.
Country Stars 2. 62 great songs on 3 LPs, 3 cassettes, or 3 8-tracks. Only $19.95. Your satisfaction is guaranteed by Cindy Lou's mail order.
To order COD or credit card, call toll-free 1-800-633-6600 or save COD and handling charges by sending $19.95 for 3 LPs, 3 8-tracks, or 3 cassettes to Stars 2, P.O. Box 2505, Department CWF, Montgomery, Alabama.
First of all, Ron, thank you for helping restore some semblance of order around here after that last incident. But you have other things on your mind.
I said earlier I'd have a special announcement to be made. It came down to it. Certain person took advantage of the referee. They took advantage of Sam Lowe, Willie B. Hurt's kid, several people. Their history. Eddie Gilbert and Paul E. Dangerous, they can hit the road and go somewhere else. The Continental Wrestling don't need them.
With the approval, they are history.
That's right. They ran over me. They told you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. They thought they could tell the wrestling fans of Continental what to do. I'll be darned if they're going to tell the fans in Continental what to do. They're history. They're gone.
The words of our general manager, Ron West, a big suspension being had.
Hey, wait a minute here. Wait a minute, Ron. Wait a minute. I understand what you're trying to do. I understand real good that you're trying to take control and keep this thing under control within the conditions where the fans can like it and they can enjoy themselves. But if you would please, for me, just please don't suspend him. I tell you what, don't suspend. Just give me a little time so that I, Willie B. Hurt, can get on. I tell you, just give me 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks. And maybe I can get the fans behind me or something. But I want to have Eddie Gilbert.
You mean what they did to your son?
What they done to my son, what they done to the referee, what they done to everybody, what they did to Burrhead Jones. I want him to be able to let these fans, if you have to get petitions out, if we have to write letters in, whatever it takes, please, hey, Ron, please, just give me 2 8. I tell you what, you give me 2 weeks, and you might not have to suspend them, because I'll be after them so hard, they'll be ready to go on their own. 2 weeks.
Willie B. I'm telling you, I've been around the wrestling business for years, and I've never seen a man like you. If you're saying 2 weeks,
2 weeks,
I will pull on that thing for 2 weeks. But I'm going to have to do it for one thing, for the fans of Continental Wrestling. If they'll write me letters, send letters to CWF, sign petitions in all the arenas, we'll see what we can do. But I will prolong it 2 weeks.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It seems to be on hold right now, the situation with Hot Stuff, Eddie Gilbert and Paul E. Dangerously. We'll bring you up to date a little bit later on. Right now, let's go to our next match of the day.
Hey, baby, if you're feeling down, I know what's good for you all day. Are you worried what your friends see? Will it ruin your reputation loving me?
All right, in the ring right now, the dirty white boy, Tony Anthony, moving out against Lee Peak. You hear the comments requesting better competition than Lee Peak on today's edition of the Continental Wrestling Federation. Ron West came out with a lot of authority. I sympathize with Willie B. Hurt in that situation.
Well, I thought we might be through with Eddie Gilbert and Paul Dangerously. And I sort of hoped we were going to be when I heard that announcement.
Me and you both.
But I do understand Willie B. Hurt's position. If they suspend Eddie Gilbert, he won't have the opportunity for revenge, and he wants it. And he's asking the fans to help him. So for the next 2 weeks at every one of the arenas, he's got to have a petition. He's got to get letters, because in 2 weeks, if he doesn't have enough support from the fans, then Ron West will go through with that threat, and he will suspend Eddie Gilbert and Paulie Dangerously.
Vicious series of moves by a very dangerous man, the Dirty White Boy. Power slam puts Lee Peak hard into that canvas, and now
look at the smile on the face of the Dirty White Girl.
Oh, there's that clothesline from behind by Tony Anthony, the Dirty White Boy. Vicious move, and it gets the win over Lee Peak. He is talking road to Birmingham. He's talking a lot of things. He is the Dirty White Boy. Tony Anthony, your winner of the match. More action still to come on the CWF. You stay with us. The CWF returns to the great state of Tennessee on Thursday the 22nd, Athens, Tennessee, at the Tennessee Wesleyan College, 7:30. The 24th in Crossville, Tennessee, Cumberland County High School match time there will be 8 o'clock. The big lineup, of course, in Knoxville at the Knoxville Civic Coliseum on Friday. The 23rd match time is 8 o'clock. Great stars like Dirty Dutch Mantell, Rick Hazard, classic tag team action, the Southern Boys against Johnny and Davey Rich. You'll see Nightmare Freddy against Mr. Olympian, special stipulation, special event, U.S. Junior Heavyweight title. Danny Davis takes on, of course, Ken Wayne, his former partner. Return grudge match, Dirty White Boy against Dr. Tom Pritchard. $25,000 Golden Challenge revenge match, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert with Paulie Dangerously takes on Willie B. Hurt. CWF Tag Team Championship on the line. Lord Humongous and Shane Douglas, they'll be seconded by Missy Hyatt as they go against the Samoan Warriors, Sika and Coquina, of course, managed by Mr. Martin. Grudge six-man tag team battle, Detroit Demolition, the DI and Private Pile against Doug Furnace, the Bullet, and Bam Bam Bigelow, plus a grab for the green match we'll tell you about later. That's in Knoxville the 23rd.
King Kong Bundy versus the fully IBM-compatible Head Start computer. Bundy has never used a computer before. He's sitting down. Wait a minute. The on-screen instructions are so simple he doesn't have to wrestle with a manual. Bundy's punching his way through the incredible variety of programs. In just 23 minutes, he's entered the world of computers.
Head Start by Vendex, available now at Computer King, 7509 Kingston Pike, across from Westtown Mall.
Now, new shrimp.
Great shrimp.
Long John Silver shrimp. 2, 4, 6, 8.
The price is right. The shrimp is great.
10, 11, 12, 13 grade shrimp.
For $3.99.
13 Long John Silver spring shrimp.
It's new.
13 Long John Silver spring shrimp. $3.99. Shrimp like you've never had shrimp before. Long John Silver gives you more. Great shrimp.
I'm Bill Huntley. I mined coal for 25 years. Used to be, I could hardly get to these mountain streams. But now, hey, I go hunting, fishing, and best of all, I get to enjoy time with my grandchildren. The Black Lung Clinic has been a big difference in my life. The clinic counselor helped me with my health benefits. The clinic even helped me stop smoking. I just take better care of myself. Come on, Scotty. Let's go downstream.
Contact the Black Lung Clinic in your area. You'll breathe easier.
Mark August 27th and 28th on your calendar and get ready for family fun at Knoxville's original parenting fair. The parenting fair has something for every parent and children too. These parenting fair participants will join more than 100 others to offer information that can help make the complex job of parenting a little easier. Pick up complimentary parenting fair passes at participating businesses and bring the whole family to the Knoxville Convention and Exhibition Center for the parenting fair, hosted by WATE TV6 and Fort Sanders Regional Medical Center.
Great action still to come on the CWF. The Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol, ringside with us. Very interesting piece of material you have in your hand.
And you don't have to be an Einstein, and you don't have to have 20/20 vision to be able to see and tell what this is. It's barbed wire. And the people in this part of the country know all about barbed wire. And as a matter of fact, I just so happened to be over at a good friend of mine's house, or should I say his farm, right outside of Prattville, Alabama, which ain't too far from where we're at right now. And he's got himself about 130 acres of pasture land, you see. And out in that pasture land, he's got horses. Some of them weigh 1,000 pounds. He's got big Brahma bulls. Some of them weigh 2,000, 2,500 pounds. I was talking to my friend. He had a cup in his hand. He had a big chew of Red Man in his jaw. And he was spitting that Red Man in the cup. And I looked up at him, and I looked right down at the barbed wire fence that was going around all this land. And I asked him, I said, let me lay something on you. I want to ask you a question. Could a horse, if he was running as fast as he could and as hard as he could, and if he ran right into that barbed wire, could he run through it? He looked at me, Charlie. He spit in the cup and he said no. I said, if it was a 2,000-pound bull running as fast and as hard as he could, and if he ran right into this barbed wire, could he run through it? He looked at me and said no. So I'm laying it on you, Eddie the Geek Gilbert. I'm going to get you in a barbed wire match. And it could be anywhere in there. I don't care where it is. But remember one thing, when I get you in this barbed wire, Jack, you can't run anywhere. And when you do run, you're going to run into it, you're going to bounce back to me, and I'm going to run you right back into it. I'm going to chew you up and make you bleed like a stuck hog.
That is a dangerous situation for Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol. Now entering the ring, Nightmare Ken Wayne and Nightmare Freddy, part of the Dangerous Alliance on this edition of the Continental Wrestling Federation. Moving out against Rick Hazard and Mike Starr in tag team action. Like to say hello to the new affiliates that we're adding each week to the CWF over in Jackson, of course, Mississippi, and Biloxi down in Louisiana, up in Tennessee, wherever you're viewing. If you're watching FNN Score nationwide on the National News Network, it's great to have you a part of the CWF.
Hey, Charlie, let's don't forget that in Atlanta, Georgia, coming up on Labor Day weekend, the CWF moves to primetime Saturday night on Channel 69 in Atlanta.
Well, now that you guys are done brown-nosing, let's take care of a little business right here. First of all, what you're watching are the true nightmares, the only nightmares in professional wrestling.
I think Danny Davis may have something to say about that.
Be quiet, Pedicino. Nightmare Ken Wayne and Nightmare Freddy, the two men that sent Jerry, Mr. Olympia Stubbs, back to the Vidal Sassoon Emergency Care Center. Now, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about Ron West coming out here.
You know it.
Pedicino, shut up when I'm talking. Let's talk about Ron West coming out here saying that he's going to suspend Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and Paulie Dangerously. I'll make it real simple for you, man. We're going to follow everybody else's example. If you suspend Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, he's going to come back out here as the Midnight Rider. How's that?
Mr. Dangerously, all I can tell you is I don't think crap like that would be allowed in the CWF.
Well said, Joe Pedicino. Well said, and I hope Mr. Dangerously takes that to heart.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me that Paul Dangerously would try something as low down as that.
Oh, look at that. Coming from the top rope, crashing down across Mike Starr. It's over. It is over. Your winner of the match, Nightmares, Ken Wayne and Nightmare Freddy. And right now, for a moment, I'd like to get a word with the Dangerous Alliance, Paul E. Dangerously, along with Freddy and Nightmare Ken Wayne, the U.S. Junior Champion.
I'm not going to come out here and make a big speech because these men's actions speak a lot louder than my words. But let's make it real simple. You're not going to suspend Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. You're not going to suspend Paulie Dangerously. This man sent Jerry, Mr. Olympia Stubbs, right back to the Vidal Sassoon Miracle Cure Center. This man took care of Nightmare Danny Davis, and anybody else wants to come out here, we'll make you as useless as those farmers that pray for Willie Nelson to do another Farm Aid concert so they can feed their stinking Alabama families. You've had enough of our time.
We have certainly had enough of you. Paulie Dangerously and the Dangerously Alliance. More great action to come on the CWF. You stay with us. I'd like to remind you again, wrestling fans in the state of Tennessee, mark your calendars. Thursday, September 22nd, the CWF returns to Tennessee, Athens, Tennessee, at the Tennessee Wesleyan College at 7:30. Saturday, the 24th, Crossville, Tennessee, Cumberland County High School at 8 o'clock. The big matches in Knoxville, Tennessee, the CWF return night, Friday, the 23rd, at the Knoxville Civic Coliseum. Match time will be 8 o'clock, and what a lineup it will be. A lot of big matches going on the line, a lot of big money. $33,000 in that main event. Special event U.S. Junior Heavyweight title will be Ken Wayne going up against former partner Danny Davis. Return grudge match, Dirty White Boy against the Doctor, Tom Pritchard. CWF Tag Team Championship. 6-man grudge tag team battle, including Doug Furnace, The Bullet, and Bam Bam Bigelow, Detroit Demolition DI, and Private Pal. What a lineup it's going to be. Knoxville the 23rd. Right now, I'd like to talk to the Dirty White Boy. Certainly no stranger to K-Town.
Baby! K-Town, it's all coming down right there in Knoxville, Tennessee. Yours truly, the Dirty White Boy, and Dirty White Girl's coming back to town, baby. You understand now, Tom Pritchard? Everybody on the 19th got to see how wild that we could possibly get. But no, we didn't get as wild, or I didn't at least. So this time, brother, grudge match, I'm coming back after you, boy. And after I get through whooping you all over that building, boy, then I'm going to place $1,000 of my hard-earned cash, baby, up on top of a pole. And I guarantee you, brother, before it's over with, I am the top dog in K-Town.
The one and only Dirty White Boy. And, of course, Ken Wayne defends the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Championship against Danny Davis.
Danny Davis, I heard him out here talking about how I turned my back on him, how I turn my back on the people. Well, let me tell you something, folks. He's telling you lies. It's Danny Davis who turned his back on me, man. Because, you see, I've got this. This means I'm top dog of the Nightmares. I carried Danny Davis on my back for 8 long years. And now, Danny Davis, right there in Knoxville, I'm going to put you on your back.
Willie B. Hurt has a score to settle on the 23rd in Knoxville with Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Speaking for Gilbert, his manager, Paul E. Dangerously.
Everything's coming to Knoxville, a town that certainly doesn't deserve it. So I don't care if you're coming down from the campus. I don't care if you're coming down from Desperados. I don't care if you're coming down from Cumberland Avenue. You got the Dirty White Boy coming home. You got Bam Bam Bigelow, the guy with a head like an Easter egg, coming in. You got everybody coming to Knoxville because this is the big night. It's the big night when Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert finishes the job that he started on Willie B. Hurt's kid. Now, I know you people are sitting there going, hey, man, Willie B. Hurt is the pride of Tennessee. We love him. Knoxville is just like his second home. It's just like Chattanooga to him. So as far as we're concerned, it's just as good a town as Chattanooga to take him out of professional wrestling. Because the guy is a lousy excuse for a wrestler. He's a lousy excuse for his father. And after we're done with him, if we find his kid, we'll smack him again, too.
A message from Payne Weber, one of America's leading investment firms. The market may change, but people's needs don't. Planning for a child's education is as vital as ever. Let's see what Payne Weber suggests.
Well, I have a 20-month-old son, so I can relate to the problem as well. At Payne Weber, we have a new way to meet the need. That's called the College Sure CD. And the CD guarantees you'll have the right amount of money you'll need at college time.
How does it work?
Well, first, we'll help you decide how much money you need to put away. And each year, you receive interest on the CD depending on the annual increase in college costs, tuition, room, and board, so that at the end of the period, you'll have the right amount of money you'll need.
Is this a safe investment?
It's very safe. It's FDIC insured.
Is this CD available most anywhere?
No, Payne Weber is the only brokerage firm that offers the College Sure CD.
For more information about College Sure, call Payne Weber's Knoxville office at 523-7191. That's 523-7191.
I'm from a town where things are as good as they come. And it's pictured in my mind just as clear as the midday sun. Now I'm out here in the darkness and the rain is coming down. Never was like this in my hometown. My hometown. It's not like this, but that's all right with me. See, I'm out here from my hometown, 'cause freedom isn't free.
Bucky Siegel moving out against Nightmare Danny Davis. This on Continental Wrestling Federation. Joe Pedicino along with Charlie Platt ringside in Birmingham's State Fairgrounds Arena. The road to Birmingham, October 3rd. the big talent, big announcements of some of the talent in the top 10 is a favorite, the Bullet, and bigger than that is the referee for the main event.
That's right, big Ron Fuller, the Tennessee stud, coming home, coming back down to Birmingham to be the special referee in that. And I find it very interesting the reason for the change of dates. They found out that Eddie Gilbert, of course, had paid Jack Curtis. They set that date up, and they found out that over half of the top 10 were already booked for that night.
Exactly.
And weren't going to be able to be here.
But it's all taken care of.
Now, wait a minute, look at this.
Nightmare Freddy.
Nightmare Freddy.
Hard right back.
Danny Davis caught him, though.
Whoa.
Here comes Ken Wayne with a chair.
Oh, into the back of Danny Davis. He goes down into the mat.
Here we go again, Charlie.
This
Here
is
we
disgusting.
go. They're going to load the glove of Nightmare Freddy. Here, whoa, look at this.
Mr. Olympia, Jerry
Olympia
Stubbs
jumps into the ring.
And now he catches himself over in the corner with Nightmare Freddy. And what do? They're taking the mask off. It looks like
they're tying him to the ropes using the laces of his mask. They're tying the laces of his mask to the ropes. Now look at this. He's tied to the ropes. He's going to break his neck if he's not careful. In the meantime, look in the ring. It's into the throat. They've got that claw hold, and they loaded the glove, and they put the claw on the throat of Danny Davis.
In the throat of Danny Davis goes the claw by Nightmare Freddy. In the meantime, Mr. Olympia tied up, and
they are trying to kill Danny Davis. That's the only explanation. We saw what that claw hold did to the forehead of Mr. Olympia last week, and now it's in the mouth. Look closely. Look closely at Danny Davis. Danny Davis is in a lot of trouble right here. The Nightmare has the chokehold, that claw, right onto the throat of Danny Davis, and Danny Davis is in dire straits.
Choking away Danny Davis as Kenny Wayne puts the chair back into the midsection of Mr. Olympia, slowing down his effort to get freed from those ring ropes. All right, Pritchard and Willie B. Hurt coming in the ring. That clears them out.
Tom Pritchard and Willie B. Hurt, somebody better get over to Mr. Olympia, get him untied, and they had better get medical help for Danny Davis. He is in a lot of trouble, Charlie Platt, as that chokehold was on for a very long time, and that glove was loaded, and there you see Danny Davis, and they're going to have to get help for him.
Exactly. The glove was loaded, as you saw, as in the case of last week with Mr. Olympia, Jerry Stubbs, and this time they go for the throat. And I'd certainly like to know what all kind of objects might be in that glove, Joe.
Charlie, it has been a very strange hour again this week on the Continental Wrestling Federation. And all I can say is if things like this continue to happen, Ron West is going to end up having to fine or suspend everybody because the action is just unbelievable, but there's no call for things like we just saw.
Things are certainly intense. We're out of time, and certainly want you to join us next week. For Joe Pedicino, this is Charlie Platt saying so long from the Continental Wrestling Federation this week in Birmingham, Alabama.
Something for every parent and children, too.
The Samoans are absolutely destroying Shane Douglas. The referee has been knocked down.
And they're doing everything Alan Martin says.
Coming in from the back of the arena.
Here he comes.
Lord Humongous.
Off mask off.
He doesn't have his mask. He's in street clothes. But he is taking charge.
The big men are rocking and reeling now. Again, a chop by Lord Humongous. Puts Big Coquina on the mat.
Right now, the Samoans are now beginning to take charge on Humongous. It looks like we're going to see Tom Pritchard has come to the ring. He's got the mask. He brought the hockey mask. Lord Humongous is putting on the hockey mask. And now it's time. Now.
Lord Humongous in the center of the ring. Lord in control. Coquina gets it. Now, headbutt. on Sika the Wild Samoan.
Lord
Again, a headbutt.
Humongous is standing tall.
Welcome to the Continental Wrestling Federation. Today we'll hear big news about the merger of the CWF and USA Wrestling. And Charlie unveils the top 10 list for the road to Birmingham. We'll also see wrestling action from strongman Doug Furness. The Dirty White Boy with the Dirty White Girl. USA favorites Johnny and Davey Rich. Also Dr. Tom Pritchard. Dirty Dutch Mantel. And Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert with Paul E. Dangerously. We'll have a special appearance by the Bullet and Missy's Manor. Now we go ringside with your host, Charlie Platt.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Continental Wrestling Federation, coming to you from the beautiful Civic Center, the capital of Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama. And, man, we have an enthusiastic crowd here tonight, along with a favorite in the Continental Wrestling Federation returning. We're talking about the Bullet. Big news in the Continental Wrestling Federation. The Continental Wrestling Federation in the last week has acquired the promotion rights of USA Wrestling. This means a big expansion. And first of all, today we want to say hello to all the folks watching again in Knoxville, Tennessee, up in K-Town, Chattanooga, all over Tennessee, Kentucky, down in Louisiana. We're glad to have you on the CWF Television Network. Also, those watching by FNN Coast to Coast, we're glad to have you. Road to Birmingham. The road to Birmingham is October 3rd. I have, ladies and gentlemen, the finalists in the road to Birmingham, with the exception of one spot. It's between two competitors. That match will occur very shortly, and we'll have our 10th entry into the road to Birmingham. Here they are now for you as they line up. Bob Orton Jr. is in the top 10 for the road to Birmingham. The Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Wildfire Tommy Rich. Gentleman Chris Adams. Dr. Tom Pritchard. The Dirty White Boy. Dirty Dutch Mantel. And the man you see with me now, the Bullet, on the road to Birmingham, October 3rd. And as we said, very shortly we'll have that number 10 person on the list. The 10 seed is, of course, the Bullet. Great to have you back.
Amen, and it's great to be seated on the road to Birmingham. Everywhere I've been lately in the world of professional wrestling, they say, what's going on in Birmingham? What about the road to Birmingham? I'm just glad to be seated, and I'll tell you what, when I look at that list you got, Charlie, it looks like who's who in professional wrestling. I just hope to hold my end up when we get to that dangerous end of that road, and it'll be a hard, bumpy ride, no doubt about it. But that belt will be worth all the riding you can do over every bumpy road. We'll end up in Boutwell at Birmingham, and the Bullet's glad to be there and hope I still and will always remain bad to the bone. Thanks.
Best of luck to you, the Bullets. Also, I'd like to bring you up to date on something that we really don't have all the details on, but there's rumors flying around about a recent $50,000 two-ring battle royal that took place in Pensacola, Florida. And a lot of rumors rumbling around about two participants in that battle royal and an incident that took place. Hopefully next week we can bring you up to date more on what's happening in that situation that took place recently in Pensacola, Florida. We've got a great hour of the Continental Wrestling Federation. Let's go to the ring for our first match of the day. Now in the ring, from the volunteer state of Tennessee, Doug Furness. Doug Furness moving out against Bucky Sigler in our open match on the CWF, coming to you from the beautiful Civic Center, the capital of Alabama, Montgomery. Great to have you along. Sigler really going out against Furness, knowing more than likely, if he doesn't chop this man down in a hurry, he might lose all chance of doing just that, because Doug Furness, billed as the world's strongest man, you can see the effects of Sigler having no effect whatsoever. Furness fires back, couple of rights, another right to the side of the head. Bucky Sigler goes down, and The Tennessee Volunteer is going wild on Bucky Sigler. This is just our opening match, folks. Good drop kick by the big man from Tennessee. The world's strongest man, Doug Furnace, taking Bucky Sigler into those ring ropes. Takes him up high, pressing him in the air. Pressing his man. Full body slam. Boy, what strength. What strength. And Doug Furnace returning to the CWF. Of course, Furnace competes all over the world. Then really compete. Look at that. Look at that. The strength in those legs. The strength in the legs of Doug Furnace clamped around the neck of Bucky Sigler. Wins it. Wins this match. The world's strongest man with the world's strongest legs takes the match. And your winner is in the ring now from the state of Tennessee. We're talking about Doug Furnace. And if we could get Doug over just for a minute. I'll tell you what, it's been a while since we've had a chance to talk to the world's strongest man, Doug Furnace. Welcome back to the Continental Wrestling Federation.
I'll tell you what, it's great to be back, Montgomery. You know, there's a few friends of mine have been showing me some things. They said, hey, you got the strongest legs in the world. Why not use them? That's the hole, baby. It's called the Orange Crush.
Wait a stinking minute there, Mr. Muscle Man, running ball, football, goofball. Get out of my way. This is honor guard time. No,
wait a minute. Well, excuse me. You are not scheduled.
Look on the sheet there, goofball.
All right.
Give me that thing. I'll show you right here.
After Doug Furnace.
It says right there, interview with, well, like I said before.
What does it say?
Doug Furnace.
All right, thank you very much.
That's irrelevant. That is irrelevant, big boy, because this is the CWF, and the CWF means the honor guard and the... Wait
a minute. Hold it. Just a minute. Listen, these guys have no business out here. Wait just a minute.
Like I said before, this is the honor guard, and we're here to talk about the Coconut and Sicko, the Samoans, and that Sissy Douglas, and that Andy and Jerry Cat. We're dismissed. We're leaving.
Wait just a minute. Doug, man, I apologize. Doug, just a minute. I apologize for that outbreak. You just have to I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened.
Hey, let me tell you something. That's all right. I've been here before. I got a few good friends, and I got a couple of guys in mind that's just going to be right for that, brother.
All right. The world's strongest man, Doug Furnace, winner of our opening match on the CWF, will be back with more action right after this.
Bam Bam Bigelow, October 3rd, the road to Birmingham. Watch me shock the world.
The CWF returns to the great state of Tennessee on Thursday, the 22nd, Athens, Tennessee, at the Tennessee Wesleyan College, 7:30. The 24th in Crossville, Tennessee, Cumberland County High School match time there will be 8 o'clock. The big lineup, of course, in Knoxville at the Knoxville Civic Coliseum on Friday. The 23rd match time is 8 o'clock. Great stars like Dirty Dutch Mantell, Rick Hazard, classic tag team action, the Southern Boys against Johnny and Davey Rich. You'll see Nightmare Freddy against Mr. Olympian, special stipulation, special event, U.S. Junior Heavyweight title. Danny Davis takes on, of course, Ken Wayne, his former partner. Return grudge match, Dirty White Boy against Dr. Tom Pritchard. $25,000 Golden Challenge revenge match, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert with Paulie Dangerously takes on Willie B. Hurt. CWF Tag Team Championship on the line. Lord Humongous and Shane Douglas, they'll be seconded by Missy Hyatt as they go against the Samoan Warriors Sika and Coquina, of course, managed by Mr. Martin. Grudge six-man tag team battle, Detroit Demolition, the DI and Private Pile against Doug Furnace, the Bullet, and Bam Bam Bigelow, plus a grab for the green match we'll tell you about later. That's in Knoxville the 23rd.
Knoxville's original parenting fair is back and better than ever, featuring more than 100 exciting exhibits, a children's fashion show by Prophets, fingerprinting by the Knoxville Police, special appearances by Slim Goodbody, the USA Championship Wrestlers, and the KJs, and performances by the Knoxville Children's Show Choir. All this and more, free from TV6 and Fort Sanders. The Parenting Fair, something for every parent and children, too. Coming to the Knoxville Convention and Exhibition Center August 27th and 28th.
Charmin's living colors. What a perfect match.
Charmin says colors that match. That's what you'll find. New seafoam green. Colors so fine. New English rose.
We like those.
New sunburst peach. The matching shows. So if you'd like to match your towels and tiles with the perfect match for your bath and your style, you'll love Charmin's new living colors. The perfect match.
Hey, Vern, you thinking about going to Steinberg's for a new TV, VCR, stereo, washer, refrigerator? Steinberg's is worth the drive to Walker Springs Plaza, know what I mean? Now, let me figure this up for you. Okay, Vern drives 18 miles down Kingston Pike to Walker Springs Plaza, 20 cents a mile. It's government standard. Divided by the lowest prices guaranteed in writing. Carry the 1 minus the frustration factor equals, Vern, you're going to save $53,000 on a $400 TV. I don't see how them boys at Steinberg's stay in business, know what I mean?
The excitement of the Old West lives again at famous Ghost Town. One admission price covers all the special live features in the Mile High Fun Park, too. Ride all the rides as often as you like. Bring the whole family to Ghost Town. See the live performances by talented entertainers. Every minute is action-packed. And remember, one admission price lets you see all the live shows and ride all the rides as often as you like. For the most exciting days of your life, take the Incline Railroad or chairlift to Ghost Town in Maggie Valley, North Carolina, where the fun goes on and on and on and on and on.
We have momentarily on the CWF. Right now, it is the honor to introduce to the Continental Wrestling Federation audience the undisputed World Junior Heavyweight Champion. He is Nelson Royal.
You forgot to put the most important thing in there. That's what has made this what it is. And that's the scorpion. And if you don't know what that means, wait till it stings you. Once that hits you, brother, it's all over, and this right here is the thing that counts.
You know, you are coming into the Continental Wrestling Federation. I would think someone like you would be looking over your shoulder because the top junior heavyweights in America are all assembled in the CWF right now. Stars like, of course, Shane Douglas comes to mind, Rick Hazard, Kenny Wayne, a host of others, including Nightmare Danny Davis.
You know, I'm here because of one thing. That's where the greatest talent's at. When you wrestle the greatest talent in the United States and all over the world, that's how you make big money. And like you say, all of the great ones are right here in this organization, and I am here for one thing, to beat everyone that I can. And to prove this, I have never backed up from anyone. And you're talking about, what'd you say his name was? Danny Davis? Yes, sir. Well, Davis, let me tell you something, mister. Everyone in the world should have a chance at greatness. And if you ever get a shot at this, that'll be your shot at greatness. But I want to tell you one thing when you get in there, mister, and make sure you got that camera right, brother. Because I don't back up from no one, I don't give no quarter, and I sure as hell don't ask for it. And I'll kick your butt, mister, all over the state of Alabama, clear through to Texas. And when I get through with you, this thing will still be hanging around my waist, and Danny Davis will be history, and any other junior heavyweight here.
You sound very confident of yourself. You wouldn't back up. Would you honor us with possibly a match against Danny Davis on next week's television program? You don't back up from anyone.
Let me tell you something. From what I've heard about him, he is a great man, because that's why that I'm here, and that's why he wants to wrestle me, because I'm the greatest.
Are you saying that you would consent?
If the man has the intestinal fortitude to put his career on the line, well, I think that we can do something about that.
You heard it from Nelson Royal, accepting you will go against Danny Davis on the next edition of the Continental Wrestling Federation. Thank you very much. The World Junior Heavyweight Champion, he is Nelson Royal. Now, this important word about the CWF. in your area.
Say goodbye to your mother.
Look for the Continental Wrestling Federation to bring the Super Summer Sizzler 88 to a town near you soon. Coming Saturday, August 27th to Dothan in the Houston County Farm Center. Bell time is 8:30. Also Sunday, August 28th to Montgomery at the Civic Center. Bell time is 7 o'clock. Monday, August 29th, the CWF will be in Birmingham at the State Fair Arena. Bell time is 8 o'clock. And Tuesday, August 30th in Louisville, Mississippi at Ivy Field. Bell time is 8 o'clock. Also Wednesday, August 31st in Meridian, Mississippi at the Frank Cochran Center. Bell time is 8 o'clock. Also Wednesday, August 31st in Perry, Florida at the National Guard Armory. Bell time 7:30. Also look for CWF to be in Oakman, Alabama, Thursday, September 1st at the high school gym. Bell time is 8 o'clock. And Thursday, September 1st in Tallahassee, Florida at the Moon. Special bell time for that match night, 7 o'clock. And Friday, September 2nd in Columbus, Mississippi at the Lavender Coliseum. Bell time that night, 8 o'clock. And Friday, September 2nd in Mariana, Florida at the National Guard Armory. Bell time is 8 o'clock.
Now entering the ring from Bucksnort, Tennessee, the Dirty White Boy. Accompanied at ringside, of course, by the Dirty White Girl. This television event on the Continental Wrestling Federation. Great to have you along. Moving out against Rick Hazard, the Dirty White Boy. Dirty White Boy, of course, seeded number 8 in the big Road to Birmingham finals on October 3rd, Monday night. October 3rd in Birmingham's Balfour Auditorium, the number 8 seed. Well, Joe Pedicino was held up at the Atlanta airport. And are you going... Are you...
What, did you see that illegal move by
You know,
Rick Hazard?
I'm glad you came out.
Yeah, I'm glad I came out too, because add a little color, a little excitement to this show. I'm just a man to do that.
Might be your last.
Not one.
Well, the vote's still out.
On what? What, Dirty White Boy?
On the write-in vote on whether you should be suspended or not.
Yeah, well.
This could be your last.
Have you cast your vote yet, Charlie?
I was the first one.
Yeah, you gotta know what you did. Whack to the action.
Oh.
Look at this. What a takeover. Ooh.
Good
Hey,
takedown.
Referee, he pulled his tights.
Well,
did you see that?
if you want to add a little color, maybe don't ask the ref, what is this?
That's the World's Junior Heavyweight
I know that,
Champion.
yeah, I realize that.
That's the World's Junior Heavyweight Champion. Greatest all, you talk about legends.
Doing a little
which I am,
scouting.
and that's a legend himself. I'm very proud of him.
Oh, I agree 100%.
Whoa, that was illegal too.
Since Rick Hazard is considered a top junior heavyweight contender, I guess he's doing a little scouting
he's not
out here.
in the class of a Ken Wayne or Nelson Royal, let me tell you that. Him and Danny Davis, they belong at the end of that stack. And you had that, what's that goofball, that bullet out here earlier too? Why didn't you have me at the start of the show?
Well, we thought...
Talking about excitement. Oh, this place is sold out, isn't it?
It is. Capacity crowd here at the Montgomery Civic Center, up and over his man Hazard.
Whoa, that's my boy. Yeah, yeah. Woo!
Great move by the Dirty White Boy, and he begins to put the boots to Rick Hazard. Hazard...
That's legal, too. That's right. The bottom of the foot, that's legal in wrestling right there. Good scientific wrestling.
Full body slam by the Dirty White Boy, number 8 seed in the Road to Birmingham.
Open hand right there in the chest. And Nelson Royal wrote something down right then, too.
Well, do you
feel...
notes over here, yeah. Do you feel honored to be the number 3 seed in the Road to Birmingham?
I feel very honored. I just can't understand why I'm not number 1. I don't understand exactly, Charlie, why you just want to go ahead and hand the belt over to me.
We got a good match going here between Rick Hazard and the Dirty White Boy
if
there.
Hazard had a few more years' experience, I'm sure this would be a good match. But I don't consider this a good match. Look at this. He's smiling at me.
This is ridiculous.
Dirty White Boy's making you smile. Why don't you smile at the World Junior Heavyweight Champion over here, too? Rick Hazard would love to have that belt around his waist at World Junior Heavyweight.
Well, a lot of competitors would.
Yeah.
Into the turnbuckle goes. Oh! Good move by Hazard. Great move by Hazard. One step ahead.
Look at this. That's the fifth, ref. Oh, no. Not again. No.
White Boy goes down. Not again.
Oh, no.
Rick Hazard beginning to gain momentum in this match. Takes his man into the ring ropes. Great move. Ooh. Now, what do you think about the match, Mr. Gilbert?
He's cheating.
Oh, okay.
He's cheating.
Good reversal by White Boy.
Look at that. Oh, no.
And,
look, Tony's down. Tony's down.
Wait a
Look
minute.
at this. Rick Hazard taunting Nelson Royal. Rick Hazard is taunting Nelson Royal.
Yeah. And And there you see your winner, the Dirty White Boy, with help from outside.
The number 8 seed in the road to Birmingham, the Dirty White Boy.
Yes, he is.
That's right.
He's the winner of the match.
What a great champion he was.
With some outside interference, although it wasn't interference by the World Junior Heavyweight Champion, Nelson Royal.
Tried to attack Nelson Royal during the match. That's what happened. Anyway, so it's been great being out here. I'll see you later. I'm going to leave now. Yeah, I'm going to leave now.
I tell you what, a lot of great action still coming up on the Continental Wrestling Federation. You stay with us. Is the Continental Wrestling Federation back in the state of Tennessee? Thursday the 22nd, Athens, Tennessee, the Tennessee Wesleyan College at 7:30. Saturday the 24th, Crossville, Tennessee, at the Cumberland County High School. Match time there is 8 o'clock. The 23rd's the big one in K-Town at the Knoxville Civic Coliseum. Match time is 8 o'clock. Some of the great lineup will be, of course, a special event U.S. Junior Heavyweight Championship match. Nightmare Ken Wayne against Danny Davis. $25,000 Golden Challenge Revenge match. We're talking hot stuff. Eddie Gilbert against Willie B. Hurt. Return Grudge, the Dr. Tom Pritchard against the Dirty White Boy. CWF Tag Team Championship match, a Grudge 6-man tag team battle, and that main event will be grab for the green, Danny Davis. Each man puts up $1,000. CWF puts up $10,000.
That's exactly right. Knoxville, Tennessee, the CWF is coming home, baby. Dr. Tom and Nightmare Danny Davis. You know, everybody knows what kind of backfighter Ken Wayne turned out to be. Yeah, you've all been informed because the last time you saw Ken and myself as a team, we were right down the middle, right up front, right square with you, Knoxville, Tennessee. Well, Ken Wayne has turned his back on me, but more so, he's turned his back on you, Knoxville, Tennessee. Well, brother, I'm there, and I'm going to set it straight for all my friends in Knoxville. It seems like the talk around Tennessee is the Continental Wrestling Federation, old and new, is coming back to town. And whether it is grab for the green, which makes me very happy because $1,000 are my money. And $1,000 of your money, Dirty White Boy, is going to count for it, too. And in Knoxville, Tennessee, we're going to blow the lid right off the Coliseum.
Dr. Tom Pritchard right now, one of Tennessee's favorite sons, Doug Furnace, and the Bullet coming in. What a big tag match you've got, and what a partner.
Let me tell you, you know, when you get a chance to wrestle with somebody like Bam Bam Bigelow and the Bullet, two of the biggest names in professional wrestling, brother, you want to do the best you can do. And I'll guarantee you guys, Demolition, D.I., Goofy Powell, you come on out that night, brother, and you're going to have all you can handle because I got the best there is on my side.
Brother, and I feel good, too, because the strongest man in the world on your right, Bam Bam Bigelow, how many arms and legs going to be in that ring, kicking, biting, and scratching to get it done? Try to eliminate somebody so they won't be able to come back for the grab for the green, because I can climb a pole, brother. Some people think I'm half chimpanzee, and they may be right, because with that much money on top of that pole, I can climb it, grease it, or not. Thank you, Doug. Good to see you. Bam Bam Bigelow.
Great to be back, brother.
Knoxville.
Whew. K-Town, look out. The CWF is on the way back. It's going to be Friday night, September 23rd at the Knoxville Civic Coliseum, headlined by that grab for the green, $33,000 at stake in that main event. It's all coming down as the Continental Wrestling Federation returns to Knoxville, Tennessee. Bam Bam Bigelow, Doug Furnace, the Bullet is tag team partners. What a lineup. All taking place at 23rd Civic Coliseum in Knoxville, Tennessee. You be there.
Now, new shrimp.
Great shrimp.
Long John Silver shrimp. 2, 4, 6, 8.
The price is right. The shrimp is great.
10, 11, 12, 13 great shrimp.
For $3.99.
13 Long John Silver spring shrimp.
It's new.
13 Long John Silver spring shrimp.
$3.99.
Shrimp like you've never had shrimp before. Long John Silver gives you more.
Great shrimp.
Let's see, is CBS on BIR?
No.
Is NBC?
No, listen to me.
The only thing I know for sure is that ABC is still on WATE.
Now, wait a minute. CBS is TVK.
Is that 10?
That's 26.
I mean, are those the guys with NBC?
Not anymore.
Well, I'm not interested in those guys.
Tell me why.
Why? I don't know, but I got TV6, so I don't give a darn.
You always know who's on 6. WATE and ABC.
Oh, I'd rather be at the beach. But I can't be at the beach, so I brought the beach here. The beach is nice this time of the year, but it's even nicer at Lindsay Ward, where we're having the biggest beach sale in the history of Tennessee. It's just burning our competitors up. Surf's up, prices are down. Come in and register to win over $1,000 in prizes. free sunglasses, frisbees, and beach balls.
Lindsay Ward, the electronics store, Kingston Pike near Walker Springs.
Tumbling tots, twisting teens. Everyone's head over heels in fun at the Academy of Gymnastics. Preschoolers roll their way to better motor skills, while advanced gymnasts work their way to athletic achievement. Strengthen the body and the mind and have a terrific tumbling time at the Academy of Gymnastics.
With the absence of Joe Pedicino on today's CWF program, I've asked the Bullet to come out and help me with some commentary on the matches, if that suits everyone in the building. And Bob, we have a new feature. I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but I know you're familiar with Missy Hyatt.
Yes, I am. I'm very familiar. I've seen her on several films on occasions.
And we have a very special feature with her. We're certainly proud here at the CWF of this feature. It's called Missy's Manor. And here with Missy's Manor, the one and only Missy Hyatt.
Hi, I'm Missy Hyatt, and my guest this week is our Willie B. Hurt. And as you know, the Continental Wrestling Federation is growing leaps and bounds. We're going into Mississippi, Louisiana, and also now into Tennessee. And with Tennessee comes is Chattanooga. And we know in Chattanooga, you're not just Willie B. Hurt there, you're Pistol Pez Watley.
Yeah, that's right. You know, I ain't trying to fool nobody, just like I told them at first. You know, everybody in Chattanooga, you know, like, that's my home. That's where I'm born. That's how come I became a professional wrestler, because Chattanooga's a wrestling town, also just like Montgomery, Alabama. But I'd just like to be able to say that Willie B. Hurt is a man that's alive and well in the CWF. And this new championship wrestling organization, I want you to understand that when it comes down to the real men, that's where Willie B. Hurt is going to find himself. And right here at the CWF, that is where the real men are. Now, let me tell you, everybody knows what you, Eddie Gilbert, has done to me. You messed and stepped on what is the Hurt pride. Well, let me tell you what, Eddie Gilbert. The war is just now starting, Jack, and I have shown up a master in the squared circle, because I've been here a long time, and I get better each and every day. Eddie Gilbert, you and Paul E. Dangerously is the slum bucket of the world. But I just want you to understand that when it comes to getting down, Jack, don't mess with me or mine, because if you do, you gonna pay a serious price. I know he's some kin to you, but I still don't care.
Well, thank you very much. Now, let's go to our next match.
Come on, get it on. Living like a lover with a red iPhone. Looking like a trend, like a video game. Never let your woman can be your man.
Now entering the ring from Montgomery, Alabama, and Memphis, Tennessee, Johnny and Davy Rich. All right, Johnny and Davy Rich moving out against Sika and Kokina. The Samoan Warriors, the Bullets, join me at ringside, and boy, what two great teams we have here, Bullet.
They do, and looked like the Samoans didn't want to waste any time. They jumped right on the Rich cousins. They must have something planned here. Let's see if it works. Oops.
Oh, it did. It did. Sika and Kokina outsmarted by the Riches. Johnny Rich begins to fire away, and Kokina in the big giants go together. Center of the ring. Drop kick, takedown. Takes Kokina down. Woo!
Beautiful moves. The Riches are known for their team movements. They've got a million combinations, and they are family, and they work like family, Charlie. And you can tell it's paid off already in this match. The Samoans attacked them right off the bat, and boom. Now, brother, that don't do your arm no good at all.
Not even to the big man. Kokina, the Samoan Warrior. Johnny Rich beginning to twist away, apply with the pressure. It's October 3rd, Balboa Auditorium, Birmingham, Alabama. What a night it'll be to remember. And here we have number 10 seed, the Bullet, with us at ringside. And You're getting ready for it.
I'm getting ready for it because this is one you better be ready for. Beautiful double drop kick. You see that? They're famous for that. 2 double drop kicks in a row. And that's the way you take big men off their feet, brother. You do it in a team effort. They took both the big men down one at a time with a double drop kick, Charlie.
We have a capacity overrunning crowd here tonight at the Montgomery Civic Center for the CWF. Hello, everybody, again. Knoxville, Tennessee, Chattanooga. You've been up there for quite a while now. Great wrestling country.
Good fans up there, good wrestling fans. It's good to be back here with CWF, back here in Montgomery, see my old friends and make some new ones. And it's going to be a pleasure coming back all through Tennessee. CWF has expanded and is going to be, I predict, within the next year, probably the biggest organization, wrestling organization in the world today, Charlie.
We're going to let our fans, of course, who we treasured greatly, witness the very important contract signing. We'll have a press conference, and hopefully we'll get that on tape and present it to the fans. The big expansion. Right now, Johnny Rich fires away at Coquina, center of the ring.
The good thing Johnny moved from that one. He'd have been in serious trouble. Beautiful drop kick. Hit him right on the chin, Charlie.
High-flying action from the Rich cousins, Johnny and Davey. Johnny, of course, from right here in the Montgomery area, and Davey Rich from Memphis, Tennessee. And as you've said before, family works real good together in this situation.
Yes, they certainly do, and they're outweighed, I'd say, Charlie, about 100 pounds per man, so they've got to use team movements to get these big men off their feet.
Side headlock by Davey Rich, clamping down with the pressure on Coquina, the Samoan warrior. Mr. Martin, Mr. Alan Martin at ringside, certainly looks a little disturbed. Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, that shows you the size and the power of these Samoans. I mean, that nearly took Davey Rich's head off, but he's a fighter, and I know he's a fighter. We'll see what happens.
Full body slam by Coquina, the Samoan warrior.
This could be it, Charlie.
2, and he powers out. Davey Rich in a lot of trouble here, needing desperately to make the tag with cousin Johnny Rich. What a match we have going here. The CWF on television from Montgomery, Alabama.
Waiting for the road to Birmingham, Charlie.
Yes,
the
sir.
road to Birmingham. Man called me from Houston, Texas. Said, what about the road to Birmingham? I said, brother, don't miss it. I'm glad to be seated. Now, you can see these big men, the power and the strength of these big men are taking over because they hadn't been able to double team them. The Riches hadn't been able to use any of their double team movements. You see that? Oh, my gosh, I'd hate to have been on the receiving end of that.
Double headbutt by the Samoan Warriors. Once again, Coquina going for the pin, 2 count. Davey Rich back up in the center of the ring.
They're using that claw hole on the trapezius muscles there. I don't know if you've ever tried that or had that done to you, but with a man this size, it'll paralyze you from the shoulder down.
I can imagine it would. Coquina and Sika now both firing away at Davey Rich, and Johnny takes as much as he can, gets in the ring, begins to break it up. Now things might be turning back around in the favor of the Rich cousins. Headbutt by Coquina staggers Davey on the ropes. In the meantime, Johnny Rich has Coquina really going over in that turnbuckle.
Yeah, they've got him in a one-on-one situation now, Charlie. Johnny Rich just took a serious blow there.
Look at Alan Martin going up on the top.
Wait a minute, Charlie.
Coming down with a briefcase into the top of the head of Johnny Rich. Wait a minute, Missy Hyatt has come in the ring, and oh boy, she clawed away at Mr. Alan Martin. Randy Anderson says both teams disqualified, but she got the fingernails in the face.
I guess she did. Missy is certainly no sissy. She got him where it counts the most, right in the old eye socket there.
I tell you what, you have a very distraught Alan Martin headed back to the dressing room with the Samoan Warriors, Sika and Coquina. No winners in this match. Randy Anderson, no winners. They were both thrown out when Alan Martin came. I got you. When Alan Martin came off the top rope, and then the follow-up, Missy Hyatt coming in to take her shot, which was very well deserved at Mr. Alan Martin. They're going to throw this one out. We'll be back with more great action on the CWF from Montgomery after you watch this.
Ha! Bam Bam Bigelow, October 3rd, the road to Birmingham. Watch me shock the world.
Stand by today for some great hit music.
Lord have mercy, baby's got her blue jeans on.
It's a cheating
It's Country Stars 2. 62 super hits on 3 LPs, 3 cassettes, or 3 8-tracks, only $19.95.
Turn me loose. He stopped loving.
From 40 years of recorded music.
I'm back.
62 full-length hits.
Hello, darling.
Performed by America's biggest stars.
Cathedrals, colored glasses. In the Oklahoma hills where I was born. You're my sweet one, my darling Julie Love. Blue eyes crying in the rain. The last cheater's warm. Snuzz my ring, hurt your finger. After life in the hot afternoon. For a minute there, why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold heart?
Daddy sang bass.
Mama sang tenor. Me and little brother would join right in there. And it's all over. But the crying, I love the girl in Saginaw, Michigan. Soon the days of sand and shovels.
Country Stars 2. 62 great songs on 3 LPs, 3 cassettes, or 3 8-tracks. Only $19.95. Your satisfaction is guaranteed by Cindy Lou's mail order.
To order COD or credit card, call toll-free 1-800-633-6600 or save COD and handling charges by sending $19.95 for 3 LPs, 3 8-tracks, or 3 cassettes to Stars 2, P.O. Box 2505, Department CWF, Montgomery, Alabama.
More action coming up momentarily on the CWF. Great to have you with us today. We've been talking Road to Birmingham, October 3rd. There are 2 names that are not in the top 10. That is, of course, Kenny Wayne and Nightmare Danny Davis. Next week, big news conference announcing. Can you tell us what is involved, Danny, in this match?
Well, first of all, Charlie, I apologize to you and all the wrestling fans for putting y'all off for the past 3 or 4 weeks. But the Continental Wrestling Federation, asked me not to divulge any information about it. I can say this, that the contract is going to be signed, and that will be signed next week on TV. So it's going to be the biggest thing that hopefully that you will ever see. First of all, I've been involved in all kind of matches. I've had, everybody knows, I've been involved in Ken Wayne in all kind of matches. First, if I should win this match at the Road to Birmingham at the Boutwell Auditorium, it will be the biggest night of my career. I can promise you that. However, if I lose, and my family and I discussed this, it was one of really the turning points. If I lose this match, October the 3rd with Ken Wayne, it will turn out to be the biggest nightmare I've ever had, and I may never show my face here again.
Well, hopefully next week we'll know.
That's you're going to know because, brother, we are going to sign that contract. I'm confident. The fans are confident. My family's confident, and I can't go wrong. Now, I want to say something else about Nightmare Ken Wayne, who's got that goof running around wearing a mask and calls himself Nightmare Freddy. Well, let me tell you something. Everybody knows, or they're going to see what they tried to do to me. The man's got something in that hand. They call it a claw. Well, I know something. I've been grabbed around the throat by a man's hand, and I've never been grabbed that tight in all my life. This man has not been in the profession that long, so you can't tell me that he's that experienced. He's got something in that glove, and before it's all said and done with, I'm going to find out.
Best of luck to you.
Nelson Royal was out here, running his mouth down about Danny Davis. Well, I'm going to tell you something, Nelson Royal. Anytime you want a title match, you want to give me a title match, I'll be the man to accept it because I don't back down from nobody. Thank every one of you.
Best of luck. Tonight, Mayor Danny Davis, our feature match is about ready in the ring. Let's go to it right now. All right, in the ring right now. Bell just sounded. We've got action going. It's the Dr. Tom Pritchard, the number 6 seed in the Road to Birmingham, taking on Nightmare Danny Davis. And what a matchup this is. 2 great scientific wrestlers. Good takedown. Tripped his man up. Good. Look at this. Hammerlock. Brought up by the Dr. Tom Pritchard. Side headlock. Hip toss takedown. Oh, coming up with those head scissors, the Doctor. What a match we have. And I must say again at ringside, we have with his notebook the World Junior Heavyweight Champion, Scorpion, Nelson Royal, who is obviously taking notes about this situation. Great show of sportsmanship here. Two great individuals, two great competitors. As we said, Pritchard number 6 seed, and we'll find out next week what in the world. And I say that because I am most curious to find out what the match is going to be. The matchup, the night of the road to Birmingham, October 3rd, between Nightmare Kenny Wayne and Nightmare Danny Davis. Again, great show of sportsmanship into a side headlock. Pushes his man off. Good shoulder smash by the doctor. Up and under his man, over. And Nightmare Danny Davis now coming up with a series of moves that has the doctor over in the corner. Let's reevaluate things here. What a lineup for Birmingham. The road to Birmingham, October 3rd. Make your plans now, wherever you may be, to be in Bapple Auditorium on October 3rd. The top 10 will be there. And the prize at the end of the evening, the coveted Continental Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion. Oh! Referee Larry Brock caught one on that one. Both men down. Danny Davis out on the floor. And Dr. Tom Pritchard in the ring down. And so is Larry Brock, the ring official. And there you see Nelson Royal stalking around. Wait a minute. Hard to the back of the neck. Into the metal post goes Nightmare Danny Davis at the hands of the World Junior Heavyweight Champion, who I have always had the utmost respect for this man, but I'm losing it very rapidly. Talking there about Nelson Royal. And what we have here is a situation, both men are still down. The count starts on Danny Davis outside the ring. Double count, actually, Tom Pritchard, because he is still on the mat. He's up to his feet now, and it's a one-man count on Danny Davis. It's a situation where I don't know what's going to be the decision here. If Tom Pritchard will be your winner, because Danny Davis was counted out. Certainly Danny Davis, without that interference by Nelson Royal, would have had ample time to regain his composure and get back in the ring. Right now, it seems that Tom Pritchard and Danny Davis are going over what in the world has happened in this situation. They're both pointing to Nelson Royal. Pritchard saying something to the referee like he don't want the match on a count-out. Danny Davis starting toward Nelson Royal. We might have a confrontation here, but Nelson Royal slowly takes his way back to the dressing room. What's the decision? I don't know what the decision is going to be in this situation. Right now, Pritchard backing Nelson Royal all the way back to the dressing room, and we have no winner in this match. We'll be back with more of the Continental Wrestling Federation after you watch this. The CWF returns to the great state of Tennessee on Thursday the 22nd, Athens, Tennessee, at the Tennessee Wesleyan College, 7:30. The 24th in Crossville, Tennessee, Cumberland County High School match time there will be 8 o'clock. The big lineup, of course, in Knoxville at the Knoxville Civic Coliseum on Friday. The 23rd match time is 8 o'clock. Great stars like Dirty Dutch Mantell, Rick Hazard, classic tag team action, the Southern Boys against Johnny and Davey Rich. You'll see Nightmare Freddy against Mr. Olympian, special stipulation, special event, U.S. Junior Heavyweight title. Danny Davis takes on, of course, Ken Wayne, his former partner. Return grudge match, Dirty White Boy against Dr. Tom Pritchard. $25,000 Golden Challenge revenge match, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert with Paulie Dangerously takes on Willie B. Hurt. CWF Tag Team Championship on the line. Lord Humongous and Shane Douglas, they'll be seconded by Missy Hyatt as they go against the Samoan Warriors, Sika and Cocaina, of course, managed by Mr. Martin. Grudge six-man tag team battle, Detroit Demolition, the DI and Private Pile against Doug Furnace, the Bullet, and Bam Bam Bigelow, plus a grab for the green match we'll tell you about later. That's in Knoxville the 23rd.
shape it with fire, muscle, and sweat. Polish it to razor-sharp perfection. What you end up with is a Marine. We're looking for a few good men with a medal to be Marines.
Altered to see that paranoia has been induced.
I'm tired of hearing this. Marijuana can mess you up.
Have adverse.
You've been smoking for 15 years.
Altered to produce heart malfunction. Destruction.
Nothing's ever happened to me.
Acceleration of the aging process.
I didn't get into all the drugs.
Part of this experiment is that it is not.
I didn't start stealing, mugging people. It didn't make me do anything different. In fact, I'd say I'm exactly the same as when I smoked my first joint.
Eddie, did you even look for a job today?
No, Ma. I called him this morning.
Marijuana can make nothing happen to you, too.
Do me a favor, crack one of these windows for me, okay?
Now entering the ring, Dirty Dutch Mantell as he takes on Ted Manson. There's another great match on the CWF. I had a moment to talk with Dirty Dutch Mantell. He says he is his own man. He is seated number 9.
Well,
in the
Charlie's very tough, and I know how tough he is because that polar bear he killed to get those boots had to weigh about 1,200 pounds.
That interesting point, Bullet. Mr. Mantell is his own man. Look at that running clothesline. Just,
I think he made Dirty Dutch mad. Then he ain't showing no mercy.
Series of hard rights to the side of the head on Ted Manson, going out onto the floor. Manson now being nailed again by Dirty Dutch Mantell as he takes his man back up into the ring. Mantell right behind him, seated number 9 on the road to Birmingham. Short clothesline coming off of the rope again. Dirty Dutch Mantell is just unloading.
There it is. He's got him up. Oh! What does he call that? The MX?
The MX. Patented move.
Exactly. That ought to be enough. It looks like it is, Charlie.
There you see your winner, Dirty Dutch Mantell, seated number 9 on the road to Birmingham. And Bullet, we were talking earlier with Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. The jury's still out. The fans are voting on whether they want him to be kept in the Continental Wrestling Federation or suspended. Oh, listen to that.
He's cracking that whip, ain't he?
He's cracking the whip. And several incidents that have led up to this suspension of Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert that the jury is still out on. The fans are sending in and the mail on right now. Incidents that led up to this was, of course, the situation that happened with Willie B. Hurt's son and the situation with Burrhead Jones recently. Let's go to that VTR right now and take a look at this action.
I'd like to see that, Charlie.
You know how stupid your dad is?
I think we've had about enough.
Let me ask you a question. Which one of them fine-looking ladies that you daddy drive around in happens to be your mama, huh?
Wait a minute. You listen to the new man, the new boss of wrestling, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. I've seen him come, I've seen him go. And old man, you're just another, you're nothing to me.
Wait a minute.
Look at him. He's nothing.
Wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, he is seated number 2 in the road to Birmingham, the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol.
I'm so excited, I just can't hide it. You know, some people said to me the other day, I was down in Miami Beach, Florida, and they said, is it true that in Montgomery, Alabama, that they know the name Austin Idol? And I said, you watch and see if they don't know the name Austin Idol. Listen to this. That's proof of it right there. I got a lot of things on my mind, and I don't mind telling you about it. Jerry the King Lawler, I had him beat right in the middle of the ring in Dothan, Alabama. He won't sign a return match for me. He's going to have to meet me sooner or later. I don't care where it is. If it's right here in Montgomery, if it's in Dothan, if it's in Jackson, Mississippi, if it's in Knoxville, Tennessee, if it's in Monroe or Jackson, Louisiana, I don't care where it is. But Jerry Lawler, you can't run much longer. And hot stuff, Eddie Gilbert. Oh, he says he's hot stuff, y'all. Eddie Gilbert. Oh, sure, he's hot stuff. Eddie the Geek Gilbert and Paul E. Dirtbag. You're going to have to face me man to man, nose to nose, and toes to toes sooner or later. And I don't care, Charlie, if it's a barbed wire match, you see, because I don't care. I don't care if it's a bug house match where I can bring my baby, Minerva. I don't care if it's Texas death, because it'll be his death. Bring it on. You name it, I'll be your man, because I can promise you one thing. All throughout this great Continental Wrestling Federation, which no doubt about it is the hottest wrestling promotion going on right now anywhere in the world. Paul E. Dangerously says when he's good, he's very good. And he says when he's bad, that he's dangerous. Well, Austin Idol, when he's good, he's just like everybody here in the CWF. He's great. And when I'm bad, I'm lethal, Paul E. Dangerously. Choose your poison, Jack.
The Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol. And we'll be back with more on the CWF after you watch this. I'd like to remind you again, wrestling fans in the state of Tennessee, mark your calendars. Thursday, September 22nd, the CWF returns to Tennessee, Athens, Tennessee, at the Tennessee Wesleyan College at 7:30. Saturday, the 24th, Crossville, Tennessee, Cumberland County High School at 8 o'clock. The big matches in Knoxville, Tennessee, the CWF return night, Friday, the 23rd, at the Knoxville Civic Coliseum. Match time will be 8 o'clock, and what a lineup it will be. A lot of big matches going on the line, a lot of big money, $33,000 in that main event. Special event, U.S. Junior Heavyweight title will be Ken Wayne going up against former partner Danny Davis. Return grudge match, Dirty White Boy against the Doctor, Tom Pritchard. CWF Tag Team Championship, 6-man grudge tag team battle, including Doug Furnace, The Bullet, and Bam Bam Bigelow, Detroit Demolition DI, and Private Powell. What a lineup it's going to be. Knoxville the 23rd. Right now, I'd like to talk to the Dirty White Boy. Certainly no stranger to
Oh,
K-Town.
baby! K-Town, it's all coming down right there in Knoxville, Tennessee. Yours truly, the Dirty White Boy, and Dirty White Girl's coming back to town, baby. You understand now, Tom Pritchard. Everybody on the 19th got to see how wild that we could possibly get. But no, we didn't get as wild, or I didn't at least. So this time, brother, grudge match, I'm coming back after you, boy. And after I get through whooping you all over that building, boy, then I'm going to place $1,000 of my hard-earned cash, baby, up on top of a pole. And I guarantee you, brother, before it's over with, I am the top dog in K-Town.
The one and only Dirty White Boy. And, of course, Ken Wayne defends the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Championship against Danny Davis.
Danny Davis, I heard him out here talking about how I turned my back on him, how I turn my back on the people. Well, let me tell you something, folks. He's telling you lies. It's Danny Davis who turned his back on me, man. Because, you see, I've got this. This means I'm top dog of the Nightmares. I carried Danny Davis on my back for 8 long years. And now, Danny Davis, right there in Knoxville, I'm going to put you on your back.
Willie B. Hurt has a score to settle on the 23rd in Knoxville with Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Speaking for Gilbert, his manager, Paul E. Dangerously.
Everything's coming to Knoxville, a town that certainly doesn't deserve it. So I don't care if you're coming down from the campus. I don't care if you're coming down from Desperados. I don't care if you're coming down from Cumberland Avenue. You got the Dirty White Boy coming home. You got Bam Bam Bigelow, the guy with a head like an Easter egg, coming in. You got everybody coming to Knoxville because this is the big night. It's the big night when Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert finishes the job that he started on Willie B. Hurt's kid. Now, I know you people are sitting there going, hey, man, Willie B. Hurt is the pride of Tennessee. We love him. Knoxville is just like his second home. It's just like Chattanooga to him. So as far as we're concerned, it's just as good a town as Chattanooga to take him out of professional wrestling. Because the guy is a lousy excuse for a wrestler. He's a lousy excuse for his father. And after we're done with him, if we find his kid, we'll smack him again, too.
I'm from a town where things are as good as they come. birthday, son. Now I'm out here in the darkness, and the rain is coming down. Never was like this in my hometown. My hometown. It's not like this, but that's all right with me. See, I'm out here from my hometown, 'cause freedom isn't free.
Young people from all walks of life have volunteered to take part in a frightening experiment. They are allowing their brains to be altered. Altered to induce paranoia, heart malfunction, memory loss, even early senility. Unfortunately, this is not an experiment. It's what slowly happens to you when you keep smoking pot. No one has to alter your brain. You've already volunteered to do it to yourself.
Well, the law specifically states that you must register with Selective Service within 30 days of your 18th birthday. Listen to your conscience, Ralphie.
Now entering the ring, hot stuff, Eddie Gilbert. Oh, man, he just goes away and lighting ring peak. Rams him head first into the turnbuckle. Hot stuff, Eddie Gilbert coming out like a wow, man. Head first again goes Lee Peak.
Time, did he? He came right in the ring firing and ready to fight, and that's what he's doing.
He's the number 3 seed on the road to Birmingham. Did you see that maneuver? 1, 2, 3, it's over. Hot stuff. Eddie Gilbert is the winner of this match over Lightning Lee Peak on this edition of the Continental Wrestling Federation. And he's all in a frenzy. He is all in a frenzy about something. I don't know exactly what it is.
Talk about the road to Birmingham. Tell them why the building's fell down. You not? Oh, go in there and come on, show them. You shut up. See what happens? Don't mess with legends, Charlie Palat. Hey, hi, how are you? Hey, Bullet. Hey, don't you even look at me.
Oh, pile driver by Eddie Gilbert on Lightning Lee Peak. Oh, will it be hurt? Coming around the ring. He's taking away at Eddie Gilbert. Well, our time is running out. But next week, Continental Wrestling Federation Tag Title match, Lord Humongous and Shane Douglas, Nightmare Ken Wayne and Nightmare Freddy. The title's on the line on television. And right now, the Bullet chasing around Paulie dangerously, and I think they have cleared the building out momentarily. As we said, next week, Lord Humongous and Shane Douglas against Nightmare Ken Wayne, Nightmare Freddy. So long from Montgomery, Alabama, Charlie Platt on the Continental Wrestling Federation.